We begin in the United States. President-elect Donald Trump reportedly spoke to Russian leader Vladimir Putin in recent days, a claim that Russia has in fact denied. A report by the Washington Post said that the two leaders discussed the war in Ukraine, and Donald Trump advised Putin against escalating the conflict. Now, according to the report, the president-elect also reminded the Russian leader that Washington has a sizable military presence in Europe. However, the Kremlin has rejected the report, saying Putin has no concrete plans to speak to Donald Trump. Reports of the call comes days after the president-elect had a conversation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky over the phone.
Today, I believe that President Trump indeed wants a fast solution. He wants, but this doesn't mean it will happen.
President Zelensky was among the first few world leaders to congratulate Donald Trump after his victory in the presidential election. But critics say Donald Trump's re-election and his reported call with Putin could bring bad news to the Ukrainian president. Throughout his campaign, Donald Trump criticized the scale of America's military and financial aid to Ukraine. Donald Trump vowed to end the war within a day without telling exactly how, in fact, he plans to do so.
Through weakness and incompetence, Joe Biden has brought us to the brink of World War III. We're at the brink of World War III, just in case anybody doesn't know it. As president, I will bring back peace through strength. I would have a peace deal negotiated within 24 hours.
Last week, Putin congratulated Donald Trump for defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and said Moscow was open for dialogue with Washington on the Ukraine crisis.
This is his last term. After all, what he will do is a question for him. But what has been said publicly so far, basically, I don't want to comment now on what was said during the election campaign. I think that it was said consciously in the fight for the voters' votes. But it doesn't matter. But what was said concerning the desire to restore relations with Russia to help end the Ukrainian crisis, in my opinion, seems to me to be at least worthy of attention.
Meanwhile, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says President Joe Biden will try to convince Donald Trump not to pull support from Ukraine when the two meet on Wednesday. Under the Biden administration, the United States has committed over $170 billion in aid to Ukraine to battle Russian forces. Donald Trump, however, will probably force Ukraine to cede territory and give up on its ambitions of joining the NATO alliance, a deal that Kyiv is likely to reject.